Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Forest Night out in St. Louis. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful Tuesday. I know I did. I am out of juice on the downhill side. I just came off of an absolutely awesome, awesome day, heading on the downhill side run for an absolutely awesome, awesome month. Totally excited. Looking forward to going into Hunt for Red October. For those of you that aren't in the business, it's a term that we use inside of our business to hunt for a certain rank or accomplishment level. So excited, looking forward to that, and seeing the push that's going to happen and the momentum that's going to happen rolling in to into October. If you're in network marketing and you're not heavily duty prospecting right now and setting yourself up for going into the new year, your resolutions are going to end up being crappy crap. So if you're here, if you're hanging out, and you're not quite sure what the difference is, or pages or profile, or should I post or should I not? If you have somebody that you know that's just maybe they're brand new to Facebook, they don't really understand what it is, go tag them right now, have them come by, check this out. I'm going to go through this. I know, as a matter of fact, somebody was asking me that question earlier in the group because they just like had no idea what a page was. So a lot of people will say my Facebook page when they were actually referring to their profile. So we're going to talk about that so you understand completely the difference between the two, and maybe even to maybe change your language a little bit so that you're less confused. So I'm going to go through that. We're going to talk about where to prospect and how to advertise. Should you advertise? So we're just going to do a deep dive here in that. Hey, Amy, thanks for swinging by. And if you have a Facebook page, you won't hurt my feelings. I don't do this a lot. But if you actually have a Facebook page, not a profile, your profile is like your personal house. It's where you put your kittens and your baby and your family and all the people you love. But if you actually have a business page for your business, go ahead and share the link. You're not gonna make me mad, and I don't do this a lot, but giving you the opportunity to do that, go ahead and share the link to your page, not to your business opportunity, not to your overview, but to your actual Facebook page. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the definition and show you that. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm a social media marketing strategist. I love helping people succeed online. I'm a coach. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be a legacy creator. And I hope you are too. So let's jump into this really quick and get into Facebook pages. I'm going to share my screen real quick. I'm going to show you some differences, and we'll come back and talk about this. If you have any questions about should I use a profile or should I use a page, or when should I use a profile and when should I use a page, feel free to drop them in the comments. And yeah, if you do have, like Amy, if you want to share your Roland Rogan's page, you've got a page up for that, drop the URL in there so that people can click on it and go check it out. So I'm just giving some of my network marketing business entrepreneur friends an opportunity to use my audience to pitch your stuff without pitching your stuff. So just drop the link in there. So we'll have some fun. So I'm going to share the screen here really quick. And let's do this here. I'm going to hit share screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. So I went and used the Googles and typed in define Facebook pages. And look what came up. Pages are places. Matter of fact, here, I'll do this. I'm just going to copy this right here and see if I can pull this off like this. Copy this, copy, and paste it in there. Hit the chats, and it probably just blew up into the whole world there. So there we are, right in front of my face. Pages are places on Facebook where artists, public figures, businesses, brands, organizations, and nonprofits can connect with their fans and customers. When someone likes or follows a page on Facebook, they can start seeing updates from that page in their news feed. So understanding the dynamics of a page, and you'll notice here it says artists, public figures, businesses, brands, organizations, and nonprofits. It doesn't say your personal stuff. So for example, my wife has a boutique called Vintage Apple Tree. She has a Facebook page for it. She also has an Instagram page for it as well. Not an Instagram channel, an Instagram page, a little bit different thing. There's a business, right? Chevy, Ford, Mercedes-Benz, Aston Martin, Specialized Bicycles, any brand that you can possibly think about has a page. It's a business. It's for business. Pages are for business. Okay. And understand that, or artists, or somebody that has fans. For example, think of somebody popular that's an artist. They probably have a fan page. You used to call them fan pages, right? They're a page for you. Still in Facebook jail and have no way of. Wow. Yeah. So Miss Amy, and here's one thing, and we're not quite sure what's going on with her, but one of the things that is very, very important, that when you're creating your Facebook pages, when you're creating marketing on Facebook and you're doing anything that's marketing, you got to be very, very careful about trademark infringements or trade phrase infringements. Nowadays, everybody's like, oh, that's. As a matter of fact, when I was in a prior marketing company, prior marketing team, went and created this logo, and it was very, very similar to someone else's logo, and they came buzzing, you can't use our, it was very close to theirs. And so we basically just didn't argue with them. We just said, okay, we won't use it, and we went and found something and recreated our own. So you can definitely do that. Just be careful when you're creating your logos and graphics and things like that, that you're not doing a brand infringement or trade infringement on somebody else's stuff. So let's take a look at some pages. First of all, to find pages on Facebook, your URL is simply going to be facebook.com/pages. So that's something really easy that you can find a page when you're going and finding pages. It's going to look just like this here. Hit copy, and I'll put that in there. I'll put that down there so you can see that. That's the link to Facebook pages. That's where you would go if you're going to create a page for your business. Now, you can see looking at the screen here, I've got a bunch of invites to pages. To Arrow Music is a page. JNS Liquidation Sales, JL Crafty Creations, 75 Hard, Jeff's Journey, Bell Marketing, Epic Traders, something about aprons there, Jan LaForge, Public Figure, Amazing Positive Minds, Finney's Edmund A's. Now, here's something that when you're out here liking these pages, remember, people can see pages that you like on your profile. So here's a profile tip. I'm gonna come back and say this so you can see me. So when you're out liking pages and you're marketing and you're building a brand, and you've got that where people can click on your about button, they can go down and they can see all the pages that you like. So that's one way that people are going to be able to relate to you or not based on the pages that you like. So people that send me page likes, I don't automatically just click on the like the page. I want to go look and see, one, if they're competitive to my brand. I'm sorry, it's business, it's not personal. I'm not liking your page. So that's one thing that I'm not going to do. Now, depending on what you're doing, as you say, for example, like Tony Robbins, I like his page. People that are in my mindset, I like the page to my church. I want people, when they're coming through, it's just like the movies that you watch, right? If you have certain movies that you watch, you need to look at your about section on your profile, because that's where people can go and look and stalk and see who you are, to see what pages you like. So if you're liking a bunch of pages that are very controversial, you may be careful about that. People are like, why don't I have any friends? It's because you just liked a bunch of crazy stuff that doesn't make you very attractive. So there's your pages. That's the invites category. You've also got liked pages that you've liked, and you've got the discover page. Now the discover page is where you're going to land if you decide that you want to start a business. You can see here's a bunch of recommended travel. There's discover pages. It says you can add a business here if you want to. So there's Uber and Lyft, Compliments of Key, Michelle Renee, whoever that is, Uber Drivers Union, Chicago Step-in Classes Online, just different pages. You can scroll through here. Some of this, somebody started a page and didn't finish it. Here's another one, somebody started and didn't finish. Love My Shake, somebody's promoting some type of nutritional shake. Eldridge, there's a couple of Vibe pages up here. There's a Honda store, and just going through, these are different pages. And what Facebook does is a lot of times they'll recommend pages to you based on places that you search or hang out on Facebook. So depends on what you look at on Facebook. I wish they would tell us, yeah, absolutely, get it fixed. So when you're working on your pages, understand this: a page is not your personal profile. Your personal profile is for you. It's your personal stuff. It's pictures of you and your wife and your kids and the things that you love to do. And Facebook Lives like this, that's what you do on your Facebook profile. Now you can do now my actual lives push through to my Facebook page, which you can see is scrolling right across the bottom. And the reason I do that is because my Facebook page is all about business and marketing. And it's, if you go on there, you're not going to probably find any fluffy stuff. It's business, marketing, marketing how to. It's all my how to videos. It's stuff about business. I actually post my blog posts from my blog, automatically post through there from another software that I use. I push them to my page. So I do a lot of stuff on my page. One, it gives me a reference that I can go back to if I want to scroll through and find something real quick. It's all in sort of a linear chronological setup. And then I dual that from that page. I also duplicate that on my YouTube channel, and I duplicate that onto a blog. And that's all my business branded stuff that I've got going on. Now, if I have a particular product, say for example, I want to launch a particular product and I want to have a singular product, I may go out and create a Facebook page for that singular product just to target the audience to that target, to that product, so I can boost ads, I can run ads. So let's talk about boosting ads and running ads. So for example, this is my Facebook page. This is the page. You see I've got insights on here. It sees how many pages, how many people I've reached out to. I've got, don't have a ton of likes. I think I have like 14 or 1,500 people watching it. But you can see it's all business. Hey, look, there's a video that I did yesterday that I pushed over, and the software that I'm using right now is actually streaming this live right to this page. So if I hit refresh, I don't want to do it because I'm going to get a lot of feedback. But this actual live I'm doing right now is actually on this page. I'm pointing that way, wherever it is. Here, hold on. I'm supposed to be screen sharing. You guys can't see it. I'm slow, y'all. I'll catch up. So there we go. There, I'm sitting here talking to you guys. You didn't tell me I wasn't screen sharing. So here's the page. So coming back, we're talking about discovery. So we've got all these different types of pages here in the discovery area. When you go to pages, I'm just sitting here talking away and nobody's cluing me in on that I'm in the wrong place here. So here's all the different types of pages that you can have when you're going through, and they'll show up based on where you're at. And of course, this is my Forest Night page, which is scrolling across the screen on the bottom here. And you can see this is everything that's going on there, how many people have reached, what my post engagements are, my post like. Now, if I was going to run an ad, this would be the perfect place to run an ad from, because you can see it says boost post. So if I wanted to boost this, I can go ahead and create an ad, and I can actually run this post right here as an ad. I can pick a target audience that I want to target, a target demographic where I want to target people to, and I can run that ad, and I can spend some money and do that. So very, very important. You got to understand, if you're going to run ads on a Facebook page or any page out there in the universe, you've got to make sure that you've got some money to do that, some money that you're ready to just light on fire and just send out into the wind. Now, when I write ads and when I run ads, I specifically target a specific audience for a specific vehicle, and I should say vehicle, a particular product, and I target that audience. I know exactly where they live. I've done this a long time. I know the demographics. I know what their age is. I know, what they look like, smell like, walk like, think like. So when I target that audience, it generates a bunch of leads for me, right? So depending on what you're doing, say for example, car business. If I'm in the car business and I want to target somebody that's looking for the new Corvette, I know where to go and find those people. I know where they hang out. I know what they look like. I know how to write the ad. I know how to drive traffic to that. And of course, I've got money to burn, because remember, not everybody that's going to click on that ad is going to want to buy a car right now, right? But they're going to generate a lead for me, so I can put them into my lead bucket. Now I just blew some people away because, like, oh man, I want a page. I want to get some leads. You better have about $1,000 a week to spend on advertising if you're going to go down that road. So I just killed your dream right there. Okay. So unless you got a bunch of money to spend, don't do it. Unless you actually understand your demographic target audience, don't do it. Just running an ad for your CBD ketone oils isn't going to work. It's going to fail miserably because you don't know how to write the ad. You don't know how to target the audience. You don't know what your product does for somebody. You don't know how to evoke a feeling in that ad. And I'm saying this because you probably don't. If you did, you wouldn't be sitting here listening to me talk about it, right? So very, very important when you go down that path that you understand, oh yeah, I'm going to go open up a Facebook page. I'm going to boost an ad, and I'm going to get a bunch of leads. And I'm going to tell you right now, no, you're not. You're going to end up wasting a lot of money. You're going to waste a lot of time. So we're going to come back to that. So I just want to make sure you understand we're talking about pages. Now, pages are really cool for prospecting, right? Pages are really cool for prospecting. For people that are in your category of 5, if you're building your business, they're really cool for prospecting. So what I would do is I'm going to come over here to my Specialized page. I'm looking for prospects now because I went to the Specialized Bicycle page, which has their own link in the URL up here. They've got somewhere around 1,944,157 people like their page, and that's including 18 of my friends. And then they've got another number of 1,978,466 follows people, 140 people checked in here, so on and so forth. Anyway, they've got their link to their Specialized page. This article right here is pretty cool. It's about two brothers testing out bicycles. But you can see if I'm prospecting and I'm into cycling, which I sort of am a little bit, and oh man, I was looking at these new bicycles on here. Anyway, you'll see in this area, there's 1,000 people that like this. There's 307 shares. There's 112 comments. These are people, when people say, where do I find people? Those are people right there that you can prospect, you can reach out to. Now, depending on, for example, my wife is into, hey, babe, what's the name of that? What's the name of your printer machine?
Oh, the Silhouette Cameo.
How do you spell Silhouette?
Silhouette.
Okay, let's see. Oh, look at that. Silhouette Cameo for Beginners page is coming up. Let's try this page here. See if this brings up a page. It's groups. Silhouette School. Free resource striving to teach how to use Silhouette Cameo. So I think this is it. I think this is the business page. So my wife does t-shirt stuff, t-shirts, masks, does all kinds of cool stuff. Like she made me this really cool mask right here. Don't know if you can see it too well. She made me this mask right here that says Vision on it. Really cool mask. She made that for me. She's made a bunch of other masks. So this is a Silhouette page. So my wife is into doing t-shirts and printing and all that stuff. So she can come here. One is there's just like a lot of cool articles and things on here. But she's also got all of these other people that are coming here liking these articles and liking these posts. So if she wanted to prospect to them, if she wanted to reach out to them because she has something similar in common, she could come here and click on one of these and look at all these people that pop up. And then she could reach out to each one of these people in cold market prospecting and say, hey, I don't know how, we'll say Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. My name is Devon. I know we don't really know each other very well. However, I ran across your profile on the Silhouette page. I'm expanding my business into your areas. Curious if you might be able to take a look at what I'm doing. Now, here's really cool about people in Silhouette. Elizabeth is already an entrepreneur because she's on the Silhouette. At least she's crafty anyway. You know, a lot of the people that are on this page are entrepreneurs because they're making t-shirts and they're making masks and they're making hats and they're doing all that branded stuff. And they're doing that because they're entrepreneurs. So there's a ton of entrepreneurs right here. I'm throwing out some huge nuggets for y'all looking for people for your business. Hello. So there's a bunch of business prospects right in this page. They're all standing right here. 6 shares. There's 6 people there. 5 shares. There's 5 people there. 13 shares. There's 13 people there. And they just go on and on and on and on. And if you go in here and you can find a really big post, there's one with 35 shares. There's 42 shares. It's even a lot more people. And you just scroll through here. There's all kinds of people in here. Comments. There's one with 142 comments. People all day long on this Silhouette page. There are probably a large percentage of them are entrepreneurs. So if you're looking for somebody, now again, you'll notice this looks like a store. They've got shopping carts up here to go in and shop. They can build this stuff. This is a business page. You would not do this on your personal profile. Now, pro tip, if you do have a personal profile and you have a business, and I have a mask, and I just made this really cool mask. For example, I've got one of these Silhouette machines, and I've got all this cool stuff. There I am, and I faded, and I just made this really cool mask. And you say, hey, just made this really cool mask, and just sold a bunch of them. And if you'd like to get more information on these, click the link right here below, or I can send you the link to my page, and you can go over to my Vintage Apple Tree Boutique page and click on the link, and you can order some masks, and you see in there, you can click on my shopping cart, and you can do all the shopping that you want to, right? That's a page. This is a profile. Hopefully that made a lot of sense to you. So let's go back and talk about, again, the definition of a page so that we're clear on this. Pages are places on Facebook where artists, public figures, business brands, organizations, nonprofits connect with their fans and customers when someone likes or follows them. So here, it's right there. I'll actually just bring that up and I'll do a stop share. So again, pages are placed on Facebook where artists, public figures, businesses, brands, organizations, and nonprofits can connect with their fans, customers. When someone likes and follows the page, they can start seeing updates from that page in their newsfeed. So the whole like my page, they used to have what they call fan gates back in the day. And a fan gate was pretty cool because I could actually go create an ad that drove people to a fan gate. And when they clicked on the fan gate, it would generate a like for my page. And of course, the more likes I got on my page, the more times Facebook would drop it into people's feeds based on that. You ever notice, like when you go out and you start looking for something, you start getting these ads that start popping up on the side, trying to drive people to your pages because that's what's called retargeting. It's based on what you're looking for, and they drop cookies into your computer, and then it knows that you're interested in whatever it is. Maybe you start looking for new Ginsu knives, and all of a sudden you see all these ads start popping up for Ginsu knives. You're like, why the heck are those showing up? It's called retargeting because somebody's paying advertising for their knives, so you can click on that paid ad to drive traffic to that page so you can look at the page and hopefully click on it and buy something, right? So that's the dynamics and the difference between a page and a profile. Prospecting on your profile, I just showed you a way you can go to a page and find people to prospect. On your profile, they're most likely going to be people that are your warm market, your friends, people you have an affiliation with already. So your prospecting there is going to be warm market prospecting versus cold market prospecting that you do over on a Facebook page. If you got some value from what I shared, share your number one takeaway. If you'd like to share it, if you have a Facebook page, a business page, and you'd like to share it, go ahead and drop the link. You won't hurt my feelings. That's the only time I do this. You have to put it in the comments. No links to presentations, no links to any kind of stuff. It has to be a Facebook page. It can be your personal, if you're an artist, a fan, or whatever. If you got a Facebook page, go ahead and drop the link. If you don't have a Facebook page, don't go build one, and especially if you're new to network marketing, you're just gonna waste a lot of time and you're gonna be focused on the wrong thing. This is Forrest out in St. Louis. I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Go out and make an extreme impact. Be a legacy creator. See you later. Bye-bye.